Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes. Hope you all are fine and safe at home. Due to the current situation and lockdown, this is our effort to reach to you. I know already you have started online classes for other subjects. From today, you will be starting your computer classes also. Myself, Minnie Joseph, will be teaching you computer applications. First, I would like to introduce the book. This year, in class 4th, you will be using the book Computer Zone Part 4 of Ratnasagar Publications. Last year, you had studied Part 3 of this book. I know you may not have the book now. Don't worry, it will be reaching to you soon. The school is making arrangement for that. So, what you have to do is, while watching the video, take a rough copy, any old copy, then write all the important points in that and learn it. Well, now in this book, we have altogether 8 lessons. Now, we will start with our first lesson, that is memory and storage devices. In this lesson, we will discuss the following topics: data and information, data storage units, internal and external memory, primary and secondary data storage devices. Now, we will start with the first lesson. First topic: data and information. First, we will see what is data. Children, you all know that a computer system cannot work on its own. We need to enter certain set of characters and instructions into the computer to make it work. These set of characters, like alphabets, digits, or special characters that represent facts and figures, is called data. So, data is a collection of unorganized facts and figures, concepts and instructions. Data is a collection of unorganized facts or details from which information is derived. Raw facts that have been collected but not organized are called data. Numbers and words that have no meaning by themselves are called data. If you see some examples of data, the names and addresses of students of a class, that is an example of data. Just numbers like 24, 5%, rupees 300, 33, Mumbai, etc. are examples of data. Telephone numbers of your friends, names of employees of an organization, names of your favorite movies, maybe the places you want to visit. All these are the examples of data. Now, data is input we give to the computer. We feed this data into the computer through the input devices. Now, data may be in the form of numbers, text, images, audio clips, special characters, and video. Now, let's see how we will enter this data into the computer. Which input device we will be using. For entering text, numbers, and special characters, we will be using the keyboard to enter into the computer. Image, to enter an image to the computer, we use a scanner. The image can be transferred into the computer through a scanner. Now, to give an audio clip, we will be using a microphone. And for video, we will use a camera. So these are the input devices we use to give data to the computer. So students, data is unorganized fact that required to be processed to make it meaningful, to make it useful. Now, who process this data, or how the processing is done? A computer uses 3 steps to process data: input, processing, output. Input is fed into the computer through input devices. Processing is done by the computer, the processor, the CPU. Output we get through the output devices. Now, in the first step, data is collected from any source and fed into the computer. In the second step, operations or manipulations are performed on data. Now, what is the third step? After the operation, data becomes meaningful information that we call it as the output. Okay? Now, we can say that data is a raw material which needs processing to make it useful. We have to process the data as per the requirement. Hope the concept is clear. All of you understood what is data. Now, we will learn about information. What is information? The processed data is called information. What we get after processing, we call it as information. It is also called the output. What we get after processing is the information. When data is organized and converted into useful information, it becomes meaningful. So, information is a set of data that is processed in a meaningful way according to the given requirement. So, we process the data as per the requirement. So, information is meaningful because it is processed as per the requirement. It is significant by itself. It is useful. Now, let's see some examples of data and information. Suppose the identity card of a student. Every year you are getting the identity card from school. So your class teacher collects all the information, that is all the data, like your name, roll number, name of the father, your address and your phone number, your photo, etc. And all these details are input into the computer. Then the computer processes it and we get the output, that is the ID card. So your identity card is the output and the information what we fed into the computer, like name, roll numbers, photo, phone numbers, etc. are the data. Okay. Now we will see another example, that is your report card. You know that after every exam you get a report card. So here the data is your marks you obtained in different subjects. So after showing the paper, you have seen the teachers are entering the marks in a list. Then these marks are entered into the computer processes it, and the report card is printed. So your marks and your name, roll numbers, etc. are the input for this, and this data is processed as per the requirement, and we get the report card. If I say one more example, that is a railway ticket. Here the data will be the name of the person who travels, source and destination of journey, from where to where he is traveling, and age of the person, date of the journey, etc. are the input, are the data we give to the computer. Then the computer processes it and the ticket is printed. So whatever the information you give to the computer is the data, and the ticket is the information. So these are some examples of data and information. Now we will see the difference between data and information. Data is unprocessed form. It is a collection of raw facts and figures. But information is in process form. It is the processed information as per the requirement. Now, data is the input to the computer. Data you collect and feed into the computer. So it is the input, whereas information is the output. Information you get after processing. Now, the third point, data never depends on information, but information is always depends on data, because if you make an entry mistakes, suppose a number 96 is entered as 36 by mistake, then the information is wrong. So information always depends upon data. Data is meaningless because it is just raw facts and figures, unorganized facts and figures. But information is meaningful because information we get after processing as per the requirement. So it is meaningful. No decisions are taken based on data because it is a collection of unorganized facts. But decision can be taken using the information. If I say an example, you get a report card at the end of the academic year. So in that you have seen it is written passed or failed. This decision is taken, passed or failed, is based on your percentage and marks. So information is used for decision making. Now you will note all these important points in your ref copy. Now we will move to the next topic, that is data storage units or data measuring units. So students, in maths, you had studied about different measurements, isn't it? What is a measurement? What is a measurement unit? A measurement unit measures the quantity of something. We use different units to measure different things. For example, if you go to a shop to buy sugar, you will ask the shopkeeper, give 2 kgs of sugar or 500 grams of sugar. So, grams and kilograms are used to measure weight. If you go to buy clothes to stitch a shirt for you, you may buy 2 meters of clothes or 1 meter 40 centimeters. So, length is measured in centimeter, meter and kilometer. Same way, a computer stores information in the form of bits and bytes, and that can be measured in units. What are these units? So, a computer measurement unit is that unit which is used to measure the size of any data storage device or a computer file. That is to say, a file is how big or small. We use data storage units like a file is of 24 KB, 2 MB, 1 GB, like this. Now, a computer understands only one language, that is machine language or binary language. It consists of only two numbers. Which are the two numbers? 0 and 1. The binary number system is the basis of modern technology of electronic computers. A computer memory is made up of small elements that may be in two states, off and on. These two states, off and on, are associated with the digits 0 and 1. You know, I already told you 0 and 1 are the binary numbers. Such an element is said to represent one bit. What is a bit? That means a binary digit 0 or 1. Based on these two digits 0 and 1 in different sequence, A computer stores data. Information is stored in the computer in the form of 0 and 1. Bit is the smallest unit of data. What is the full form of bit? It stands for binary digit. The binary digit 0 and 1 are called bits. Byte is a collection of 8 bits. That is 8 bits make a byte. It can store a single digit or an alphabet like A or 8. It consists of 8 binary digits, either 0 or 1. The memory capacity is expressed in terms of byte. All instructions or data given to a computer are converted into binary language before being processed. Now we will see the larger units of memory. Now these are the different data storage units and the relationship. 0 or 1 is equal to 1 bit. A collection of 4 bits make a nibble. 8 bits is a collection of 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 MB is equal to 1 gigabyte. 1024 GB is equal to 1 terabyte. 1024 terabyte is equal to 1 petabyte. Now, what is 1024 petabyte? It is called 1 exabyte. 1024 exabyte is a collection of 1024 exabyte is equal to 1 zettabyte. So these are the different data storage unit and their relationship. Make a note of it and learn it. Now we will move to the next topic, that is computer memory. Children, you all know that a human brain has memory, isn't it? To store information and remember things, you all have a memory. Same way, a computer system also has its memory, where it stores data and instructions for processing. Now, how does the computer remember the input you give to it? Where does the computer keeps the files and folders that you have created? And where are the operating system and other software located? In fact, it is inside the computer. There are different storage areas where it keeps the data. Okay, it keeps the data either temporarily or permanently while working. These storage areas is called the memory of a computer. Now, computer memory refers to the devices that are used to store data and instructions. Memory is the hardware of a computer that stores data and instructions. The memory capacity determines how much data and instruction can be stored in the computer. Hope you all understood what is a computer's memory. Okay, now we will revise what we have studied today. So let's recall. First, we studied about data. What is data? Data is a collection of unorganized facts or details from which information is derived. The user feeds data into the computer through the input devices. Data can be in the form of alphabets, numbers, symbols, images, audio, and video. Now, information. What is information? The processed data is called information. It is also called the output. Information is a set of data that is processed in a meaningful way according to the given requirement. Now, data storage units. Data storage units are used to measure the stored data. Information is stored in the computer in the form of binary numbers, that is 0 and 1. Computer can understand only two digits, 0 and 1. Bit is the smallest unit of computer memory. Computer memory. Computer memory is the hardware of a computer that stores data and information. Computer memory is measured in terms of byte. The memory capacity determines how much data and instructions can be stored in the computer. So, make note of all the points and keep learning. Thank you.